Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Mass Effect. So this show is going to be titled Legacy, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing through Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3, all with the same save file.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I am Sovereign.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man.
Warning, the following episode contains content not suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
The troops don't.
Oops. Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome to the final episode of Mass Effect 3. It's been... God, we almost reached May. We almost reached May! Oh, that would have been 2 years of Mass Effect. This is April 30th. Anyway, on the last episode, we started attacking the conduit that was left on Earth that reaches up to the Citadel, because we need to open up the Citadel so we can have it access to Crucible at the same time. On the way there, we got injured. So did Liara and Tally. They got a lot less injured than us, but they got put on the Normandy and they got sent to fly. You might have noticed something during that same time. You might have seen 4 little things in each corner saying EC. That was added in the Extended Cut DLC. I'll be doing this from here on out for anything that was added in the Extended Cut DLC. If I missed something, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to do the best that I possibly can. I won't try and miss anything, I swear. But I know that is definitely Extended Cut DLC. And I'll make notes for anything else that might be changed in the Extended Cut DLC. You should have it. It's free if you have this game. Go get it. It's free. But on this episode, we are finally finishing off the game. I actually started the next bit of conversation, so...
Go on forever. But where the hell are we?
Yeah. Doesn't look like any part of the Citadel I've been to.
I sure hope not. This place is creepy. This is like something out of Dead Space. This is worse than Dead Space. I don't remember anything like this in that game. Oh, dark, blood red, bodies strewn everywhere.
Whoa.
Anderson?
One of the walls here just realigned itself. The place is shifting, changing.
Keepers are just creepy.
There's a chasm here, and more hallways like the one I was in.
I think I'm near an exit.
Still bodies? Are these still human bodies? I only have the opportunity to look at them, really. Oh god, look at this. I think we're in some sort of power conduit area.
I see something up ahead. Might be a way to cross over.
Don't get too far ahead of me.
Is this the place? I know there's something here that I always pointed out because it's so funny to me.
Where do you think you're at?
Just found that chasm you were talking about.
Hold on. I see something. A control panel, maybe. I'm just gonna go on.
Anderson?
Anderson.
Where's that thing? Where's that funny thing? I don't see it. It was always in this area. Something that made me laugh because... Oh, here it is. This is laziness right here in game design. 1M1. That's easy to understand. What is that? It just makes it backwards. Why not flip the texture for some reason? That's game design. It's the same texture, it's just flipped. If I look at the other side, it probably actually says 1M1, and that probably actually says the backwards 1M1. Ooh, look at this room. Anderson! Holy crap. Look at the Citadel. Anderson?
Anderson.
Shepard! I can't.
I underestimated you, Shepard.
What a...
I warned you. Control is the means to survival. Control of the Reapers, and of you, if necessary.
They're controlling you.
I don't think so, Admiral.
Controlling me is a lot different than controlling a Reaper.
Have a little faith. When humanity discovered the mass relays, when we learned there was more to the galaxy than we imagined, there were some who thought the relays should be destroyed. They were scared of what we'd find, terrified of what we might let in. But look at what humanity has achieved. Since that discovery, we've advanced more than the past 10,000 years combined. And the Reapers will do the same for us again, 1,000-fold. But... only if we can harness their ability to control.
Bullshit. We destroy them, or they destroy us.
And waste this opportunity? Never.
You're playing with things you don't understand. With power you shouldn't be able to use.
I don't believe that. If we can control it, why shouldn't it be ours?
Because... we're not ready.
No. This is the way humanity must evolve.
There's always another way.
I've dedicated my life to understanding the Reapers, and I know with certainty the Crucible will allow me to control them.
And then what?
Look at the power they wield. Look at what they can do.
I see what they did to you.
I took what I wanted from them, made it my own. This isn't about me or you. It's about things so much bigger than all of us.
He's wrong. Don't listen to him.
And who will you listen to, Shepard? An old soldier stuck in his ways, only able to see the world down the barrel of a gun? And what if he's wrong? What if controlling the Reapers is the answer?
If we destroy the Reapers, this ends today. But if you can't control them...
But I can!
Are you willing to bet humanity's existence on it?
I know it will work.
You can't, can you? They won't let you do it.
No! I'm in control! No one is telling me what to do!
Listen to yourself. You're indoctrinated.
No! No! The two of you so self-righteous. Do you think power like this comes easy? There are sacrifices.
You've sacrificed too much.
Shepard, I only wanted to protect humanity. The Crucibles can control them. I know it can. I just...
It's not too late. Let us go. We'll do the rest.
I can't do that, Commander.
Of course you can't. They own you now.
You'd undo everything I've accomplished. I won't let that happen.
Because of you, humanity is already undone.
That's not true!
They have the Citadel. They've got us fighting each other, instead of fighting them.
I just need to...
You've done exactly what the Reapers wanted. You're still doing it because they control you.
They're too strong.
You're stronger. Don't let them win. Break their hold. Don't let them control you.
I tried, Shepard.
Commander?
We did it.
Yes, we did. It's quite a view.
Best seats in the house.
God. Feels like years since I just sat down.
I think you earned a rest. Anderson? Stay with me. We're almost through this.
You did good, son. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Anderson?
Shepard? Commander?
What do you need me to do?
Nothing's happening. The crucible's not firing. It's gotta be something on your end. Commander Shepard!
I don't see... I'm not sure how to...
Commander!
Wake up.
What? Where am I?
The Citadel. It's my home.
Who are you?
I am the Catalyst.
I thought the Citadel was the catalyst.
No, the Citadel is part of me.
I need to stop the Reapers. Do you know how I can do that?
Perhaps. I control the Reapers. They are my solution.
Solution? To what?
Chaos. The created will always rebel against their creators. But we found a way to stop that from happening. A way to restore order.
By wiping out organic life?
No, we harvest advanced civilizations, leaving the younger ones alone. Just as we left your people alive the last time we were here.
But you killed the rest.
We helped them ascend, so they could make way for new life, storing the old life in Reaper form.
I think we'd rather keep our own form.
No, you can't. Without us to stop it, synthetics would destroy all organics. We've created the cycle so that never happens. That's the solution.
You said you're the catalyst. What are you?
A construct. An intelligence designed eons ago to solve a problem. I was created to bring balance, to be the catalyst for peace between organics and synthetics.
So you're just an AI?
Inasmuch as you are just an animal, I embody the collective intelligence of all Reapers.
But you were created.
Correct.
By who?
By ones who recognized that conflict would always arise between synthetics and organics. I was first created to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. But our efforts always ended in conflict, so a new solution was required.
The Reapers?
Precisely.
I met your creators. They told me what you did to them.
We did as we were expecting.
They said you betrayed them. That you turned them into Harbinger.
When they asked that I solve the problem of conflict, they failed to understand they were part of the problem themselves. The flaws of their organic reasoning could not perceive this. They lacked the foresight to understand their destruction was part of the very solution they required.
Well, they've joined this war now.
And I welcome their involvement. I am only facilitating their request.
Where did the Reapers come from? Did you create them?
My creators gave them form. I gave them function. They, in turn, give me purpose. The Reapers are a synthetic representation of my creators.
Leviathan.
Yes, they created me to oversee the relations between synthetic and organic life, to establish a connection. They became the first true Reaper. They did not approve, but it was the only solution.
You said that before. But how do the Reapers solve anything?
Organics create synthetics to improve their own existence, but those improvements have limits. To exceed those limits, synthetics must be allowed to evolve. They must, by definition, surpass their creators. The result is conflict, destruction, chaos. It is inevitable. Reapers harvest all life, organic and synthetic, preserving them before they are forever lost to this conflict.
We're at war with the Reapers right now.
You may be in conflict with the Reapers, but they are not interested in war.
I find that hard to believe.
When fire burns, is it at war? Is it in conflict? Or is it simply doing what it was created to do? We are no different. We harvest your bodies, your knowledge, your creations. We preserve it, to be reborn in the form of a new Reaper. Like a cleansing fire, we restore balance. New life, both organic and synthetic, can once again flourish.
What do you know about the Crucible?
The device you refer to as the Crucible is little more than a power source. However, in combination with the Citadel and the relays, it is capable of releasing tremendous amounts of energy throughout the galaxy. It is crude, but effective and adaptive in its design.
Who designed it?
You would not know them, and there is not enough time to explain. We first noted the concept for this device several cycles ago. With each passing cycle, the design has no doubt evolved.
Why didn't you stop it?
We believed the concept had been eradicated. Clearly, organics are more resourceful than we realized.
But you're taking away our future. Without a future, we have no hope. Without hope, we might as well be machines. Programmed to do what we're told.
You have hope, more than you think. The fact that you are standing here, the first organic ever, proves it. But it also proves my solution won't work anymore.
So now what?
We find a new solution.
Why are you telling me this? Why help me?
You have altered the variables.
What do you mean?
The Crucible changed me, created new, possibilities, but I can't make them happen. If there is to be a new solution, you must act. It is now in your power to destroy us. But be warned, others will be destroyed as well. The Crucible will not discriminate. All synthetics will be targeted. Even you are partly synthetic.
What exactly will happen?
Your Crucible device appears to be largely intact. However, the effects of the blast will not be constrained to the Reapers. Technology you rely on will be affected, but those who survive should have little difficulty repairing the damage. There will still be losses, but no more than what has already been lost.
But the Reapers will be destroyed?
Yes, but the peace won't last. Soon, your children will create synthetics, and then the chaos will come back.
There has to be another way.
There is. You could instead use the energy of the Crucible to seize control of the Reapers.
So, the elusive man was right after all.
Yes, but he could never have taken control, because we already controlled him.
But I can.
You will die. You will control us, but you will lose everything you have.
How can I control the Reapers if I'm dead?
Your corporeal form will be dissolved, but your thoughts and even your memories will continue. Your connection to your kind will be lost, though you will remain aware of their existence.
But the Reapers will obey me?
Yes. We will be yours to control and direct as you see fit. There is another solution. Synthesis.
And that is?
Add your energy to the Crucibles. The chain reaction will combine all synthetic and organic life into a new framework. A new DNA.
Explain how my energy can be added to the Crucible.
Your organic energy, the essence of who and what you are, will be broken down and then dispersed.
To do what, exactly?
The energy of the Crucible, released in this way, will alter the matrix of all organic life in the galaxy. Organics seek perfection through technology. Synthetics seek perfection through understanding. Organics will be perfected by integrating fully with synthetic technology. Synthetics, in turn, will finally have full understanding of organics. It is the ideal solution. Now that we know it is possible, it is inevitable we will reach synthesis.
Why couldn't you do it sooner?
We have tried a similar solution in the past, but it has always failed.
Why?
Because the organics were not ready. It is not something that can be forced. You are ready, and you may choose it.
I don't know.
Why not? Synthetics are already part of you. Can you imagine your life without them?
And there will be peace?
The cycle will end. The Reapers will cease their harvest, and the civilizations preserved in their forms will be connected to all of us. Synthesis is the final evolution of all life. The paths are open, but you have to choose.
Pause! This is too big of a decision. Alright, so, I exist. Let me explain. Let me explain a couple things. First thing, if you do not have the extended cut DLC, which everyone at this point should have, because like I said, it is free. It makes this ending better. there are certain point values that you need to reach with your effective military strength, with all your war assets. Here are the limits, and they're also going to be displayed on the screen right now. 4,000 is the what is it? 5,000 is the best. Really, you can actually avoid that? Oh no. Yeah, 5,000 is the best option that you can get. 5,000 plus if you do not have the extended cut DLC. We'll start at the beginning. If you have war asset value of anywhere between 0 and 1749, you're only going to have one option, and it's either going to be destroy or control. And it's going to be dependent on whether or not you choose to destroy the collector base or not. If you destroy the collector base, then you have the destroy option. But if you control the collector base and saved it from Mass Effect 2, then the control option will be available to you. And you only have one option. However, because that military strength is so low, everyone on Earth is going to die. And it's going to create huge damage to basically all of Earth. That's what the EMS is supposed to do. The higher it is, the less damage to Earth, and the less damage that the people on Earth will cause. Now, if you have an EMS between 1750 and 2349, then you'll have both choices, but they'll still cause some serious damage to Earth and the population on Earth. So it's not exactly the best, but at least you'll have two options at that point. If you have anywhere between 2350 and 2649, then the control option will no longer cause any damage at all. So that's probably the best that you can get with that. If you're going control, you only need a minimum of 2650 if you want to have no damage with control, and that's if you're going to pick control. And if this is if you don't have the extended cut. If it's anything higher than 2650, then both options, destroy and control, will not cause any damage. However, if you have more than 2800, then you get the option to choose synthesis. And there's something that happens if you have 4000 plus. And if Anderson was shot by the Elusive Man, which he wasn't shot by the Elusive Man, he was shot by us. Basically, he would have pulled Anderson's gun and then shot him, kind of like what he did with himself. Then you need 5,000 plus. But since that didn't happen, then we only really need minimum of 4,000 plus. However, for us, we have about 37 something, so we would not be able to get that option that I'm talking about, which I'm not going to explain because that'll spoil something later on. However, because we have the extended cut DLC, the value's changed. It's still 1,000 to 1749. The first three options that pretty much are the exact same. However, it goes down from 4,000 to 3,100, and that is at least that. There's no limit, I guess, on that other one if Enter gets shot by the Elusive Man, but it doesn't say here. So you have three options. We have 4 options. We have 4 options to us because we have more EMS than we need. We'll get the best ending despite whatever we pick. So we have the ability to destroy all the Reapers. However, it's going to destroy all synthetic life. This means it's going to destroy the Geth. It's going to destroy Edie. And, well, if I say anything more, it's going to spoil whatever we're about to see. So, we're going to lose the Geth, and we're going to lose Edie. And because we're part synthetic, because of the Lazarus Project, we will also be more than likely killed. Now, if we choose the control option, then we'll gain control of the Reapers, just like the Elusive Man wants. However, our body will cease to exist, and we will also be kind of killed. Instead, our mind will control all the Reapers, kind of like how the Elusive Man wanted. And the third option that we have is synthesis, which is because we have a lot of EMS. We'll basically sacrifice our body, our spirit, pretty much everything that makes us Shepard, to make everyone else a mixture of both metal and skin. So everyone gets to join together and live happily ever after. But we have a fourth option, one that he did not explain. If we, because we still have our gun, if we just simply don't do anything at all, because we're on a time limit right now, that's why I paused it. If we don't do anything at all, or if we use our pistol and attempt to shoot the little kid crucible catalyst thing, then we don't choose any ending, the Reaper cycle will continue, and we lose. And that option was only added into the extended cut DLC. So it's not exactly the best ending either, because, well, obviously everyone dies. But because we're not gonna be seeing this ending, Liara's time capsule thing that we did back long ago in our cabin on the Normandy, the next group will find that, and they will beat the Reapers. Although it completely depends on what they chose. So we're not going to do that option. We're not going to refuse. However, we have a choice now: destroy, control, synthesis. And I've had something set on my mind since we started Mass Effect, and that is destroy. And here are the reasons. And this is from pretty much listening to a bunch of different excuses on why to pick control and why to pick synthesis and why to pick destroy. Control is kind of like admitting that the Reapers win, I guess. And so is synthesis in a way, because the Reapers want to harvest all life and make them into pretty much AIs. If we control the Reapers, who's to say that they're not going to turn later on? I mean, how long is Shepard's memory going to be the overbearing force against all the Reapers to keep them in check? Same thing with the synthesis. The Reapers still exist, they're just not going to do anything anymore. How long will it take before the Reapers realize that we need to do something now? Not to mention that they say synthesis is the best of both worlds, but the Reapers still kind of win. Destroy is really the only option where the Reapers do not win. And so that to me is the best ending that we can have. And that thing that I talked about where you need a little bit more than 4,000 points if you don't have the extended cut edition, but if you have more than 3,100 and with the extended cut edition, then you get a little extra thing. So we're going to be choosing destroy, because that has been our goal since pretty much the beginning of Mass Effect 2, until once we found out about the Reapers, was to destroy the Reapers. Which is unfortunate, because that means we're going to have to say goodbye to every single Geth and EDI. Joker's not going to be happy with us. So, control! And now you can see the pathways just open up. Control is over there. Synthesis is over there. Destroy is right there. There are a lot of quotes with Mass Effect 3 that they said it won't just come down to a choice of A, B, or C. And look what happened. This is why people did not really like this ending. If you might have noticed by now, a lot of the options we had, I think with the kid right there, who's I think pretty much called the Star Child, were extended cut things, because we had to explain himself a little bit better so that it wasn't completely crap. But by control, sorry, Elusive Man, you didn't really get to see your dream exist. And synthesis, we are going to shoot the crap out of this thing. Hurry up, Shepard. All the ships are being destroyed. Hurry up, Shepard! This is the last choice in the game. After this, it's just cutscenes. Shoot! Destroy it!
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Joker, listen. We have to go. Damn it.
This is where the original game ends.
The war is over. The Reapers have been defeated. Against all odds, and in the face of the greatest threat this galaxy has ever known, we survived. We suffered many losses. The relays are severely damaged, but we won. This victory belongs to each of us. Every man, woman, and child. Every civilization. On every world. Now, as we take our first steps toward restoring what we lost, we must remember what it took to win. This wasn't a victory by a single fleet, a single army, or even a single species. If this war has taught us anything, it is that we are at our strongest when we work together. And if we can put down our grievances long enough to stop something as powerful as the Reapers, imagine what we can achieve now that they are defeated. It will take time, but we can rebuild everything that was destroyed. Our homes, our worlds, our fleets and defenses, all of this and more. Together, we can build a future greater than any one of us could imagine. A future paid for by the sacrifices of those who fought and died alongside us. A future that many will never see. And while we still have many challenges ahead of us, we can face them together. And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
And so ends Mass Effect 3. So, a lot of the ending was extended cut because, obviously, that's the entire reason it's existed. But if you heard me say flat out, this is where the original ending was, you can imagine just how weird I felt back in March 9th, I think, of 2012. Literally 2.5 days after game released. It must have been like 11, or it must have been just like slightly after midnight at that time when I beat it. My friends were watching me play it throughout that entire week. My roommates at the time always thought that it was like, was that it? Which was that's probably not the ending you want for a trilogy. It's like, is that it? But it was honest. But okay, there are a couple more things that I need to talk about, especially around the Normandy. So not that much has changed for the Normandy thing. Like when it lands, if it's below 2,000, your EMS, no one leaves Normandy. Pretty much you just expect that everyone dies. If it's like above that, but you chose Destroyer Control, then Joker and your favorite character that you pretty much chose all the time would exit the ship. If Synthesis was choking, then Joker and Edie, and then your most favorite character would exit the ship, and Joker and Edie would hug. Because obviously, since Synthesis was chosen, they can now probably technically be together now. If your EMS was higher than 4,000, then 3 crew members will exit. Joker and your 2 favorite squad mates. I don't know why Tally didn't leave, because she was our squad mate throughout most of the series. I guess it changes here. Let me see. EMS below 1750 and Destroyer is chosen, nobody exits. If Control is chosen, Joker and 2 of your favorite crewmates will leave, but the ship will be heavily damaged. If it's above 1750, then Destroyer Control, then Joker and 2 people, and the ship is still heavily damaged. If it's above 28, and you chose Destroyer Control, then Joker and your 2 favorite will leave, and the ship is not that damaged at all. And if this is choking once again, Joker, Edie, favorite crewmate, they'll leave. The game is over. Everything is over. Everything since May 22nd, 2013 has been building up to this moment, and it is now all over. It's kind of sad, really. Also, the song playing right here, I think it's by Fonts, which, if you recall, were the people that made the ending song for Mass Effect 1, the song that I absolutely love, and I've not heard in a very long time, so I think I'll listen to that soon. But what would I want to talk about? Yeah, Legacy was basically just a giant accident. I think I mentioned this before, but like after Super Mario 64 Versus, I liked the fact that I had 2 games playing on my channel, and so I decided I was going to play something else after Super Mario 64 Versus ends. And because Super Mario 64 typically came out on a Thursday, it was going to be coming out on Thursdays. Originally, the plan was Minecraft. I was going to play single-player Minecraft on the Xbox 360, try and defeat the Ender Dragon, because I've never done it before. I still have never done it before. Although that plan kind of went out the door the moment that 15-minute achievements Minecraft came out, and it wasn't really that good. It's like, if I can't do this for 15 minutes, how am I expected to do this for however long it takes? Not to mention Minecraft is very oversaturated at this point. Not to mention, and thirdly, not to mention that playing it on the Xbox 360 is kind of not the best option. People would probably prefer PC versions because of the fact that it's better. All the mods you can put on. So I panicked. No, don't you dare disconnect now. So I panicked. I was just like, well, what can I replace it with? And I just finished playing Mass Effect 3 for the second time. That's why I was basically playing it through with the extended cut, all the DLC for Mass Effect 3 for the first time in March of 2013. I thought, well, why don't I just play through Mass Effect again? And this time I can enjoy it because I won't take like a year break in between games like I did with that one, where I played Mass Effect 1 almost immediately after I beat Mass Effect 3 for the first time in 2012, and then played Mass Effect 2 about 6 months after that, and then waited until the Citadel DLC came out before I played the DLC for that and played through that. So it was about 6 months in between every single game. For this one, I just went back to back to back. So, I mean, honestly, this playthrough took a lot longer than a typical Mass Effect playthrough would. 2 years? Good God. But it was still very fun. I'm going to miss this. Oh, also, one thing that made a lot of people angry that was changed with the Extended Cut DLC is that in the destroy option, the, where does it say? Oh yeah, the Citadel would be destroyed, all the Mass Effect relays would be destroyed, and it would just be completely, completely screwed. Same thing for the control, except it wouldn't cause that much damage. And the synthesis ending also had that it would destroy the mass relays and the Citadel would be destroyed. Obviously, the Citadel still kind of got destroyed and the Mass Effect relays still kind of got destroyed, but they're at the point of repair. That's all they changed, because if you remember from Mass Effect 2, if you destroy a Mass Effect relay, it kind of destroys the entire system. So that was something that a lot of people questioned when Mass Effect 3 ending came out originally, because, well, if they destroy the mass relays, then pretty much all life in the galaxy would be killed anyway. Especially if it was, like, the Charon relay back where Pluto is at would reach Earth anyway and kill everyone there anyway. And not to mention that if the mass relays are gone, it's going to take all the aliens that now are surrounding Earth years to get back to their planets, because the now instantaneous travel is now completely gone. Although seeing as how they were able to repair, I mean, it looks like they still took their own way out so that they could just separate for a couple of years while they repair everything, I guess. And it looks like the Citadel is now going to be situated above Earth, so then they use that portal from London down. Looks like London was a lot more green in the future than it is now. Yeah, use the portal now for instant travel between Earth and the Citadel. You know, they could just simply be nice and move it back to where it originally is. Robin Sachs, I think that is the voice actor for Zaid, because he passed away, I think, shortly after the release of the Citadel DLC. God, this is so much fun. Oh, I want to play through the series again. But I should probably take a break from Mass Effect. This has been half of my life. About a fourth of my life.
Did that all really happen?
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
What will be there?
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the Shepard.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
Also, this message right here angered a lot of people after Mass Effect 3 ended, because I think they took it out, but they originally mentioned DLC, and that made a lot of people mad, because that issue still exists at this point, where DLC can make people mad, especially if it's planned before release. So they were like, and from here you can continue to build that legend with DLC and stuff like that. They took it out here, but Mass Effect 3 is now over. Mass Effect Trilogy is now over for now. I don't think it's going to happen. It might happen. I hope that they have the ability to either remaster the entire series for the Xbox One or PS4, because I would honestly jump on that immediately. Not only because I enjoyed playing the series so much, and we're back here. This is literally right before we head to the Cerberus headquarters, so we still have all this option. So we're back. We're back with Shepard. They brought us back right before the point of no return. But actually, let's keep this on. I don't care. We'll have the background stuff. But what was I going to talk about now? Oh yeah, another thing that made people angry about the ending was that this is another plot hole. It's like, why is the Normandy flying away? That was never explained. How did the squad mates get back into the Normandy? That was never explained. Which is why that part was added as extended cut DLC. It was probably the first scene that we saw that was extended cut. What happens after the Normandy crashes? Because they managed to crash land on a breathable planet, which is a 1 in a million shot. Not to mention that depends on if it's Dextro or Lax, I guess. Whatever one whichever version of amino acid base that planet is, either only Tali and Garrus are going to die, or everyone else is going to die on the Normandy. So that could have been terrible. Luckily, that was fixed with the extended cut DLC with Normandy being able to fly again. This was so much fun. I'm sad to see it go. But next Tuesday, we get to begin the next series of Legacy. It's not going to be Mass Effect 3. It's not going to be Mass Effect 4. Mass Effect 4 hasn't even been technically announced or revealed that much yet. Which is why I really want the remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy on one of on the current gen consoles now. Because I'm not exactly sure how they're going to connect this file, the file that I just basically used, with Mass Effect 4. I mean, they did do it with Borderlands 2, where you could carry over your profile from the 360 version over to the Xbox One version, so I wonder if they'll do it something like that. But I would really like to have everything look pretty in 60 frames per second, so I could run through it with the remastered version of everything. Plus, I want the achievements. But that does it for Mass Effect. I hope you all enjoyed the accident series that ended up being 2 years long. But on the next episode of Legacy, it's the first time I think I've ever said that, or else I might have said that after Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. We will be playing a brand new game series. There are 4 games in this game series. One of them hasn't been released yet, but I'm fairly certain you'll know what game series it is comes Tuesday. It's not going to be as well connected as this, because I can't really think of another game that has connections like this. At least in this vast amount of connections. Mass Effect is kind of alone in that point right now. But it is also on the 360, at least what I'm going to be playing it on, and eventually the Xbox One with the game that's about to be released. So I hope you have fun with that. It's going to be a lot shorter too, so I got to think of what the next series of Legacy is going to be, because it's not going to take 2 years to get through these games. But until next time, hopefully you enjoy. Is that it? Is that all we need? Is that all of them? We're still missing one. Man, I don't know where I can find any more lives. I exhausted all my lives. Just one. What? Walking in the chest gives you... well, I did walk into the cage. What?